Hello, once again, my YouTubers and Facebook friends. Um, I just come back. This is part two of We Know Who We Are. Okay. I cut it off last night, I believe, at the part where I was talking about how they was taking the land back from the Indians again, once again. And now these people are, they're picking on the Mexicans and the Hispanics and so-called Indians here again. And these people, they're the same people. They're bullies. They're big old bullies. You know, I try not to hold hate in my heart for anybody. Matter of fact, I really do think that white people are the coolest people on the earth. Sometimes, when I go to the stores and I go places and I talk to them in public, and we seem to get along real good. And I laugh and joke with them and whatever. And a lot of people know me, especially in the bookstores. You know, the white people see me come in there and they know me by name, and you know they treat me real nice. But you know, it's not about hating them. But these people have a history. You know what I'm saying, of not keeping, you know, their promises. They have a history of this. They have a history of treating other people that's not like them real badly. And you know, we were one of those people. And the Most High calls these people our enemies. And if the Most High said that that our enemies, that don't ignore that. They are our enemies. You know, I just all the, I mean all the stuff that we know. I'm not speaking about the things that we don't know, but the things that we know, how rotten they have treated us and other people on this earth. I'm not saying to do anything to them. God forbid. I would hate that, because I wouldn't want anybody, or you know, I'll cry if anything or anybody most of the time get hurt. So I don't want that, but I wish that you wouldn't do that, because the Most High has already placed punishment on these people. And sometimes I think about that, and that's bad enough in itself. You know, it speaks about how they're gonna get, you know, how they lead it. You know, if you lead it into captivity, you will be, you know, you will go into captivity. And if you kill with the sword, shall be killed of the sword, or by the sword. But you know, we are not going to take these things in our own hands just because how these people act. Um, but at the same time, I think that we have a right to defend ourselves against these people that we know that hate us just barely because of the color of our skin. Now, that's another thing I want to talk about, is the color of our skin. Well, I don't try to make it about race, because there's a lot of melanated people that are not from the tribe of Israel. A lot of melanated people, okay? And so Esau and different ones and the Arabs have hidden their seed in some of these people too. So you can't just walk around looking at every dark-skinned person thinking that they are, you know, Hebrew Israelites, you know. And then not only that, it's not only by go by your color, your bloodline, but it goes by the spirit. And so the spirit, if the spirit has woken you up to who you are, most likely that's who you are. You know, you got to be spiritual Israel too. So you're not only the physical appearance, but to speak of physical appearance, like I said before in my last video, some of us uh, uh, from the tribe of Judah that's here in the United States, and I believe we got Gad here too. But some of the people, we know that Yahusha was from the tribe of Judah. And we also know that those people, according to, well, him, and especially him, according to Revelation 1:14 and 15. And I believe it's another verse in there in Revelation 2 speaks of him being as the color of brass. So, you know, now I want to show you something. I bought this little cute thing right here in a little flea market one day. Now you see I still got the tag on it. I done had this for about a year. And it looks like some sort of a peacock. But you can put on the other side of this thing is that you can put pictures or a little clock in there. Anyway, I had it a year, never pulled the tags off of anything. But you see this color here, you know, and like I said, we can't just go by this, but you look at the color of this. Okay, this is more like us, say like us, like me, you know. You can see it there, and you know when in summertime we turn darker. When the sun hits us, I get really dark, really melanated. Yes, I do. So you see the color of this thing as the Bible speaks of Yahushua being color. Now, but this is what's been thrown in our face all our lives, right here. You see this? This is the white Jesus that they made up. Before they would worship and serve a savior that looked like this, they would create one that looked like this, like their image. Okay, and even the Bible speaks in Daniel, the book of Daniel, about the Ancients of Days, making the Most High, the Ancient of Days. He also was the color of a brass, you know. Well, this is what it is. It's just what it is. And now white people, once you tell them that, they'll say, well, it doesn't matter. Well, no, it didn't matter to us when we thought he was white. But now that a lot of people have waken up of that false image, and that it is a false image, and we say that he was a black man when he walked this earth. Now you holler it doesn't matter. But here's my question to you. See, I like to ask questions. I really do. I even like to ask myself questions. I ask the Most High question. That's how you learn. You don't always learn by just talking. You learn by listening to what the Spirit's saying. And you're inside yourself and the Most High when He speaks to your spirit. If it didn't matter, why did you change this into this? If it didn't matter. See, we black people, we were so spiritual. We'll go to church and fall all down, the white Jesus all on the walls. We even had them in our houses. I had them, in my house and on the walls. And we fall down and cry, oh, Jesus. And at the same time, they started changing his image. They started changing the name, They started giving him another name. Now, you just can't take a person and change the color of their skin and give them another name and say that's the one that the book is talking about. See, because this right here will be a contradiction to Revelation 1:14 and 15. This man right here has straight hair like the Europeans. He has whitish, pinkish skin like the Europeans. And it's funny that he doesn't look like any other person or any other race on the earth besides them. And so what they do, they send missionaries all over the world to different islands and where there's melanated people, and they take a picture like this with them. They'll take food and they'll take medicine, making themselves look like the Savior is here. The Savior has come to save us. They come to give us food and give us medicine. But at the same time, they're coming there to mentally destroy you, probably even poisoning you, because they have a history of doing that. You remember when they first came here to the so-called Indians, they came here and gave them blankets with smallpox. Who does that? Killed a bunch of them. Smallpox. Okay, they created these diseases just like they're doing now. Okay. Then they, there was time when the black Armenians, they would injected them with syphilis for them to take home to their wives and their pregnant wives and their babies. Come on now, y'all gotta know what y'all dealing with. Please know. It's all right to love them and be nice to them, but you cannot trust them. They have a history, okay? And it's about their survival. No other race on this earth, they don't care about that. They care about their survival, okay? So you got to start caring about your survival and your race. Even though, oh yeah, we the human race. Yeah, we are. We the human race. But you just have different, you know, of one of each race on the earth, and they care about their own kind, and we should care about ours. We should stop killing each other, hating on each other. You know, we just need to stop doing this kind of stuff to each other as a people. You know, we killing our own selves. You know, and if the Bible talks about the Most High being a man of color in the Ancient of Days, being a man of color, and Yahushua being a man of color, then you need to look at yourself in the mirror and look at your brother. You killing your brother. You're killing yourselves. This is what you're doing. You black men and black women out here, especially you young men with these guns going out here. The white man ain't got to do it for you no more. You're doing it for yourself now, to your own people. How do you live with that? You're killing your own people over some drugs in a street corner. Or you call it turf. You don't own nothing. That's not your turf. That's white man turf. He stole it. That's not yours. And you're going to kill your brother because he stood on your corner. Or you're going to kill your brother because he's got on a red or blue or different color. I like different colors too. Don't mean I belong in a gang. You know? If I like red, I like red. Really, red is one of my least favorite. But if I like blue, I like blue. But that don't mean I want to kill you because you got on a color. And see, that's one of the things. You're associating yourself with all of these different gangs and being affiliated with these gangs instead of waking up and being affiliated with your brother, your Hebrew Israelite sister or brother. That's who you should